All right,
Yeah.
intro.
Well, I mean, I've got an intro written.
Oh.
Like-
Well, fuck.
Greg, say something.
Hi.
Hey, I can actually hear that motherfucker through the headphones.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, welcome back to another edition of Fatboy Skinny. My name is Dave. On today's episode, what pisses you off? Also, Ryan had some weird things apparently happen to him on a lake trip, and as always, a mini game. Not all of these things will probably be gotten to because we just kind of roll with whatever happens. But now, on to the hosts of the show, two guys that, for whatever reason, keep their butter in the refrigerator, Ryan Davis and Greg Potter.
I keep it in the fridge and on the counter. You need soft butter and you need cold butter.
Well, I mean, if you have 6 pounds of butter, yeah, you got to keep some refrigerated.
I think I do.
Well,
Yeah.
How many sticks of butter do you keep on hand at any time?
Whenever it's on sale.
That was not a number.
Oh.
That was just a statement.
I think you misunderstood the question.
Well, no, I keep butter on hand all the time is what I'm saying. It's like, and then when it's on sale, I buy even more. Because does butter really go bad?
Well, if you were in middle school or freshman year of high school and they were like, Greg has 7 sticks of butter, how much is he keeping in the fridge? And your answer was, depends when it was on sale. That's not a monetary value. That's not a valuation.
To
No,
be
the
fair,
answer's C.
to be fair, it's a hard question.
Why is it a hard question?
You just fill in the C bubble.
It's always C.
Yeah, whatever answer that is.
It's up. So if you have a test full of C,
C is always when it's on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I got you.
I will see when it's on sale, and
Oh,
then I buy
man.
it.
I wish I would have
Is
taken
this how
the
we're
math
starting
test.
this?
I wish I would have taken the math
Fuck's
test that you guys
sakes.
have taken.
Well,
That's insane.
You got to get one of those butter build too. Doesn't that help soften it or something?
A
Well,
what?
yeah, no, you gotta, it's covered and it
Yeah.
stays. So we that's what we have is it's like the glass top and everything. And,
Yeah.
and you got your butter knife that goes with it. and
What's your
everything.
grandchild's name?
My what?
Only grandparents have that shit.
Well, so you just take a stick of butter
Right.
in the wrapping.
Uh-huh.
You just let that shit hang out on top of the oven or on the counter until
Yes.
you're ready to use it.
Yes, that
Okay,
is
well then-
1,000% what I do.
Cool. Well, then you do the thrift store version of what we do. We just a little
Have
fancy
you
with our butter.
Have
That's
you
all it is.
seen me?
Yeah, that's a very valid point. By the way, this is the first time that we can see Ryan on the podcast, so I guess that'll make a little bit more sense.
It'll clear it up
It'll
just
clear
right
up
away.
really quickly, because if you're watching the video, he literally looks like somebody who's about to ask you for $1. So that's
You got a quarter?
The guys at the stoplights that hand out pamphlets. I don't even know what they hand out. I've never taken one.
Dude, you know what's crazy is I work kind of in not a great area of town. What's always blown my mind about people that ask you for money is not always, but like they get mad at you if you don't have money to give them. I'm like, dude, I have $14 to my name. Throwback joke.
yeah, not bad. Good callback.
But yeah, like, why do they get mad at me? Because I can't afford to pay my cell phone bill. But the thing is, if they see you with cash, that's when they get mad. You know what I mean?
But
Just
if they
ask them
don't,
if they take Apple Pay.
but if they don't, just ask them if they take credit.
And if they
was what I was
take
gonna say,
Apple
yeah.
Pay with their phone, I don't think they need it that bad.
I
say, give me
still
your
have.
Venmo, and,
I still only have $14.
You keep all of your financial security on Venmo and Cash App.
What did you just say? What is financial security?
Well, again,
Fuck you talking about?
I know.
It's when you keep all your money in a safe under your bed.
No, it's where you keep the gold in your backyard.
Yeah, well, you guys live a way different lifestyle than I do.
I mean, I'm Jewish. That's just kind of how we do things. So we
God.
just bury our gold and don't tell anybody where it is, especially.
That's
to
fine.
point any fingers, but that's
Hey.
fine.
You
wear
point him
Ninja
at you.
Well, I mean, I'm the most Jewish one out of the three of us, for sure.
I think that'd be a fair statement.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I have zero Jewish in me.
I know, I can tell by the way you dress. But your your choice of headwear is not too bad. I don't know if that's a really good segue into get into pet peeves. Are we're not
Once again, this is the We Don't Segue podcast.
All right, so we're not going to segue into it. One of the things we're going to talk about is just pet peeves in general. What pisses you off? I have literally a litany. I have a list so large that it wouldn't fit on my notepad on my phone. I had to do like a Google Doc and then like resave it of pet peeves. But I'm going to let you guys are supposed to be the host of the show.
Quick question. Does that make you an asshole?
No, he's just a very angry man.
Yeah.
No, I consider myself observant and reactionary.
Gotcha. All right. Go on.
Well, I'm handing it off to you guys. What are
our pet peeves?
For an example, I'll give you an example, and then you guys can roll. Okay, right? So you're driving down the road. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I like to clock into cruise control. I feel like it's easy. Now I can just take my feet off the pedals. Clock into
what a first world feature! Look at you.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not pedaling the car, we ain't Flintstoning it, but I lock into cruise control, having a great time, listen to music, maybe a podcast. This one would be a good one. Subscribe and like and all that good shit. And I'm just letting my mind drift and everything. And all of a sudden, here's somebody that is going about 3 miles, under the speed limit. And so
it's me.
It's you. Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And so I go to pass them. But now they have become aware that there's another vehicle on the road that wants to do a different mile per hour than they're doing. And that deflates their testicles. And now they're upset. So they're continuously speeding up to make sure you can't get past them. So while I was trying to pass them in a 65 doing 67, now we're out here doing 89 miles an hour and acting like Mad Max on I-70, and I can't get past this dude. So I'll finally just like, you know what, fine, I'll just slow down and get behind you. And then he's back to 63 miles an hour. That gets under my freaking skin, dude.
Sounds like you started racing for slips.
Dude, your first problem is you're on I-70.
I'm just picturing Dave clocking into cruise control at like 25 going through the neighborhoods. Just like
I've actually done that. Yeah,
I'm just clocked in, baby. In school zone, I'm at 20.
Instead of using the like pedals, he just uses the little button on the steering wheel to go up and down. He's like, God, I hope this slows down in fucking time for this school zone.
And this jerk is going 18 instead. Oh.
Dude.
I mean, I will pass somebody in a school zone if they're not at least doing the mandatory minimum speed limit in that school zone. I mean, kids can dodge 20 miles an hour. If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball.
Here's the thing. I stay in the right lane at all times, do the speed limit like an old person, and I guess I do still have anger issues with certain drivers or whatever. Like, my thing is, if I'm in the right lane and I'm doing the speed limit, don't fucking tailgate me. Like, if I can not see your license plate in my rearview mirror, maybe back it up or pass me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was very grandfatherish.
Absolutely.
Of you too. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not a big fan of that either.
It drives me absolutely fucking insane.
I mean, nobody likes being tailgated, but if you're doing 25 at a 25, don't tailgate me. If you're doing 65 and a 65, why aren't you bumped up to like 67 anyway? Like, we all know there's a 7 mile an hour
speed
like,
limit.
gap.
No, okay, so let me tell you a story. I was coming back from Altoona, Iowa, right? And I'm running
Anybody
with...
heard of that?
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
It's by Des Moines, for all you uncultured people.
I speak French, and it's definitely Des Moines.
Okay, good call.
That's what it is.
Good call. And I'm running with traffic. Traffic's
You're running with it?
I know, right? I'm fast. And so I'm driving with traffic. Everyone's speeding. And then I get pulled over for speeding. And the cop was like, well, had to pick somebody. I was like, what the fuck kind of answer is that? Like, I told him.
That was
because you probably dress like this and look like you don't have insurance.
No, that was the
fine.
real life example of is like if we're being chased by something like a bear or something. All I have to do is not be last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the other guys were going too fast. They were like, you were catchable.
I mean, I guess.
No, you were the sacrificial lamb for the rest of the speeders.
I'm going to tell you a story about me getting pulled over on a highway. Yeah, let me tell you about bears.
And I'm not telling you about bears. I'm just saying, don't be last. You got to be faster than the slowest person. That's all.
If you ain't first, you're last. Bro.
I'm just trying to explain why I do the speed limit. Because that was not a cheap fucking ticket, man.
No, but you were the slowest person on that day.
Nope. I was exactly the same as everyone else.
If you didn't look like the bassist of a ska band, they probably would have let you go. They probably thought they were going to get something.
The thing is that he, like, cut multiple people off to get behind me.
Ooh, he had a vendetta.
I think so. And
What kind of car were you driving?
Pinto.
Somebody else's?
That
might have been another reason he pulled you over.
Well, he didn't figure it out, did he? But yeah, fuck traffic. Fuck. I try not to drive. I'd rather stay at home and do podcasts.
Okay, well, those are pet peeves.
Oh, I guess the one pet peeve of mine, I guess, I was like, I don't really think about it until you get there, you know? Once you have that, like, irrational anger that comes out of nowhere.
That rage.
Yeah, that rage. I mean, I don't really think about it until that happens, but, like, one just off the top of my head is, like, when you're in a restaurant, like, restaurant etiquette, like the snapping and, like, hollering at a server or something like that, waving your hand while they're busy with something else, that drives me crazy. Then I'm immediately secondhand embarrassed.
So why do you do it?
I don't do it.
I'm just kidding.
What I'm saying is, like, when I'm with somebody that does that, it's like, oh, you need something? Like, hold on. Woo, 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 woo. He's like, come here. I'm like, no. Absolutely not. Don't fucking do that.
You've heard that in a restaurant?
Yes.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I say somebody did the Three Stooges. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hey, it's got to come from somewhere. But, yeah, no, that happened. And you just get that instant secondhand embarrassment to where it's like, yep, I don't need anything. As a matter of fact, I'm not eating. I'm just going to drink this water you already brought me and touched.
Dude, restaurant etiquette is, like, seriously, I think if you're a normal, well-functioning human being, you know how to act in a restaurant. You know what I mean?
I would hope so.
If you're older than 9, you usually know how to do it. Yeah.
So, like, hey, here's another one. Don't look at your waitress and call her, hey, babe.
Well,
but hey, babe.
But here's a pro tip.
Well, you nailed that one.
Here's a pro tip for you, Greg, because you're a single man out and about on a prowl, all being, eligible and stuff. Next time you go on a date with a girl, okay? 1, make her drive. 2, go through a fast food restaurant and go through the drive-through, okay? Like a Burger King will suffice.
I knew Dave was going to find a way to work Taco Bell in here. I was going to say,
but have her drive, and then you'll be like, hey, babe, that's cool. I'm totally going to pay for the meal, but you got to order. And then see how she talks to the person on the other side of the screen, okay? Now, that will tell you everything about somebody. If they don't say, hi, can I please have a, and they're like, yeah, let me get, you're like, okay, hold on. That's the first red flag. And if they repeat something back wrong and they're like, did you say a double or a single? And they're like, I said a double. Then bam, you already know not to order anything that night. But then also she's not your type. And also she probably has a better car than you anyway, because that's why she agreed to drive. And why were you letting her drive in the first place?
Again, so I'm just a bad guy all around, no matter what. And I didn't even have a say in this scenario.
But at least you would have gotten insider information.
Well, I mean, thank God for 2023, though, because like that you brought up that you have to, like, voice what you want through an intercom. Everybody's got an app now. I order ahead of time to say online order. It's already there. Just
you do
pull
that?
it up. Yes, every single place I go. You're
being serious.
I am 1,000% serious. Yes.
I've never used that.
I do it every time because I can look at there and then I can take all the time I want to figure out what I want. All 17 Taco Bell items I want at that time.
And they get it right every time.
Well, yeah, 98% of the time, yeah, because it's already there.
Oh, shit.
60% of the time, it works every time.
But what I'm saying is, yes, I do that every time because all I got to do is, hey, online order, it's already there.
And
thank you.
I'm going to have to try it.
It's the way to go.
I don't
minimal
eat fast
human
food
contact.
that much.
Like, you don't have to, like, distort what you're trying to say.
No human contact. And
Ryan,
if
all you gotta do is
interact,
put your
life is
your
on
America.
contract.
All you gotta do is put your America Online disc into your PC, and then get the internet to work. And then after it dials up, if you go to the website of said establishment, you can put your order in.
It's on order. Like I did order that. I'm just waiting for the carrier pigeon to bring it to me. Then.
Right. Well, you might have to send them a smoke signal, let them know it's late.
Oh, I definitely do that.
I know you're out here sending smoke signals all over. Does bicyclists on the road not piss just like every fucking buddy off?
Yes. Here's my thing. Get on the fucking sidewalk.
My taxpayer dollars built this road. Yeah, they also built the sidewalk that you're supposed to be on.
Well, now I don't know. They're changing 2-lane roads down to 1 to accommodate a bike lane.
You know what I call that? An early turning lane. And I don't care what anybody says. You could be riding your bike on that lane. I'm getting into that early turning lane when I deem necessary.
Cyclists are cars too.
And if you rear end,
they're targets.
And if you rear end me, I'm gonna need your insurance.
Yep. I will absolutely be the guy that just pulls out in front of a bicyclist and then brake check them.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in a company vehicle, baby. I don't pay for nothing.
And nice.
Let's see how much your Schwinn costs you.
Nice fucking outfit too, right?
Yeah.
Why does every bicycler look like they're about to go swimming in the deep sea with their like tight, like weird? What do you even call that?
Summer scuba gear.
Summer scuba gear.
The 2-wheel scuba gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to talk. If you like riding bikes, fine. That's great. Get out of cars' fucking way.
If you can
Go to
die
a park or a trail.
by getting run over by this vehicle,
Go to a park
maybe avoid that obstacle. Just a thought.
I mean,
Oh shit.
nobody goes to like Yosemite State Park or some weird national park and they're like, if I see a bear, he'll totally understand that I'm on my trail.
I'm in the human lane.
Like like no, dude.
Or maybe somebody's locked into 25 on their cruise control and another car's had enough and they want to go around them and you happen to be in the part of the road that is in the way. So,
Listen,
yeah.
I don't even brake for kids, let alone bicyclists. all
I'm
right?
just saying.
I'll brake for a dog. That's about all.
It wouldn't be the cruise control guy that's hitting them. It's the one trying to get around them.
It's funny. Growing up, my uncle lived out in the country.
Did he grow a lot of peaches? That was the fakest laugh I've ever heard in my life.
It means like
That was like, you know what? I'm gonna let your stupidity marinate for a moment. You just go ahead.
So he told me, when you're out in the country and you're driving your truck or car or whatever you got,
the 2-finger wave.
you don't like if there's an animal like a deer. If a deer runs out in front of you, you don't swerve to miss the deer, because once you swerve, you're catching a ditch, you're flipping the car, you're not good. You fucking hold on tight and you fucking hit that deer. And
I mean, you can still hit your brakes. There's still an option.
You can try that, but don't.
It's an option.
But don't swerve.
Right.
To miss the deer or the fox or
Well-
whatever. But all I'm saying is that if you ride a bike and you pull out in front of me, I'm not swerving.
All right, man. That's kind of loaded. It's like, because country roads typically are gravel, maybe dirt roads, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's riding a bike on gravel
I'm
or
just
dirt.
I'm just telling you what I learned as a child.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And this is burned into my brain, so it's just instinctual.
Everywhere's
you know
the
what I mean?
country now.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's instinctual, man.
There are plenty of paved roads between County Highway AA and County Highway M that these people will, they'll go ride their bikes on in packs of like 30 or 40 at a time because they're like, nobody else is driving this road. And you know what? Fine. In that particular instance, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah, about 4 cars are going to traverse that road in a 4-hour time span. What I'm talking about is, here's a road that everybody drives at a certain time of day, especially, and now all of a sudden, you and your buddy Paul, because it's always probably a Paul. It's probably a Paul and a Scott, okay?
Sorry,
And
Pauls.
And Scots.
Pauls and Scots, all of you, except for my Uncle Paul. You kind of cool. But,
I have an Uncle Paul, too.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Choose a different name.
Well, y'all can start a fucking club, couldn't you?
What, do you know a Scott now?
I do actually know a
Couple,
Scott.
yeah.
Really? You know a Scott? A
Yeah.
real life Scott?
A real life Scott.
They exist?
Yes.
I thought that name was fake, actually.
The guy that was here.
Just here has a brother named
brother
Scott.
named Scott.
No way.
Yes.
Yes way.
Wow, I've only read about them in books.
Well,
They're not
I've never seen
fictional
them in the
creatures.
wild.
No,
I've
yeah.
never seen them just casually intermixing with regular American society. So,
but they exist. I mean, just like I used to never see a bicycle on a sidewalk. Scots exist.
Yeah.
About it.
unless
Great
I'm locked
point.
in at 25 and they just happen to get knocked off that direction. So, it is what it is. What's another name that you've never you've heard the name but you've never known anybody by that name?
That's a great question.
Man.
Have you ever met a Hilda or a,
Hilda?
or a Marguerite or
I think Marguerite.
does anybody know a Henry?
I actually do. My cousin's son's name's Henry.
I don't think I know.
Was he
a
born in
Henry.
1820?
No, he was born like 3 or 4 years ago.
It's wild. The
Yeah.
whole retro scene. is
I try and
coming
call
back.
him. I try and call him Hank though. I try.
Yeah, yeah.
try and enforce the Hank.
I think about that shit all the time. Like, what names have been phased out that in 2023? If you have a kid, what can you not call your kid to make them sound like an old fucking person?
Penelope.
I mean that
Penelope is definitely
that's kind of exotic and nice. I'm talking
name of Penelope. I guess Penelope
Like-
Cruz. Okay.
like
All right.
like Theodore.
Are you talking about little kids' names right now?
Yeah, are you
Okay,
gonna
it's
have
like-
a kid in 2023 and name him Theodore?
You know what's crazy is my mom's name is Debbie. So there
Right.
was several Debbies, but I have yet to meet a baby Debbie or a
Right.
Deborah.
Or
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little,
yeah.
Or a little Debbie.
Oh, I love little Debbie.
That's the thing. I think you. Well,
We went to high school with a Debbie. A
maybe.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she
was
went
little.
by.
We're
Deborah.
talking.
Why did we never
Kid
call
names.
her Little Debbie? By the way,
She
I
was.
thought it
that's
was a waste
probably
of opportunity.
rude.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Wow, she was little. Her name was Deborah.
You're not wrong. Yeah, shout out, Deborah.
Deborah. Deborah, if you figure out who it is we're talking about right now, good talking again.
shit.
Good talking again.
Shout out, love you. But yeah, names that sound old or young. And I mean we're kind of in an age of people trying to
Be unique.
name their kids, unique shit or throwback shit or whatever. But there's just certain throwback names that you can't name your kid in 2023.
I can name one right now.
Yeah, what is it?
Adolf.
That one got banned a while ago.
You cannot name
Yeah,
your child Adolf.
I
even
think
if
he
you
got-
actually
You can't
do
even
it.
name
You
your
couldn't
dog
do it.
Adolf.
I think that name got canceled. Bud.
Yeah, you cannot even name your dog
literally
Adolf.
canceled a whole ass name.
Yeah.
It happened. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
okay.
was trying to think of another one, but you kind of fucking.
Yeah, it really narrowed the market there.
There's another
glad
another curveball from Dave.
Well, how about Kirk?
I mean,
Have you ever met a Kirk, or
yeah,
would
yeah.
you name a kid Kirk?
I used to play hockey with a Kirk. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. You played hockey, but what about
Right.
Kurt?
I went to school and played soccer with a guy named Kurt.
Kurt works. That transcends.
Yeah, Kurt.
Yeah.
Not short for Curtis, just K-U-R-T.
Yes.
I think it's with a.
You can
yeah.
you can look at a baby in the eyes, a newborn baby, fresh from the womb, and go,
Hey, what's up?
I'm
He's
gonna
a
name you
Kurt."
Kurt. Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah,
I kind of
I think that's fair play.
I kind of think of my grandpa's name. My grandpa's name was Oris.
that's
What?
Yeah, could you
fucking
imagine looking at a baby's name and it's
amazing.
you look like an Oris?
Yeah, but
What
he
does that
was
mean?
born in 1918.
It was I think 1906 actually, but
Damn, young gentleman.
I could be wrong though
Oris.
by a
okay?
decade
All right.
or so.
Or is so.
You know, there's a real name out there that people have gone by. Oral. That is an actual
Yeah,
name.
Oral Hershiser.
Yeah,
What?
there's that.
Yeah,
one.
he was a pitcher for the Dodgers.
Should have known that one. Yeah, my bad.
Come on, Dave.
Well,
Oral, really?
to
His
be
name
fair,
was Oral Hershiser. Yeah.
be
that
fair-
was the father looking at the baby and been like, "That's what we should have
We
done."
used to
now I
do-
gotta, now I gotta
Huh?
raise you.
We used to do a fucking sports podcast, and you don't know who Oral Hershiser is.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay,
guess, was it
that's
baseball
fine.
or hockey?
Greg just said 5 times he was a fucking baseball player.
You
Yeah.
think I listened to Greg on purpose?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I wouldn't.
Exactly. Speaking of the name
back
Greg,
to bicycles.
Speaking of
Back
the name
to bicycles.
Greg, all right?
If you see a guy named Oral riding on a sidewalk
Run that motherfucker
on his
on a
bicycle,
bicycle.
no, you give him a high five for doing what he should be doing. Way to go, Oral.
No, I think he should be living up to his name, but that's fine. That's,
Oh, okay.
I wanted to tell you
was,
guys.
that hard to swallow? Was that-
These.
You know,
we're-
he hasn't said "calm down" once so far.
We're getting
And
there.
I
Well,
think,
I
I
did-
think
We're
he's-
getting there.
I did
It's
yell.
being built up. He already did the
I did yell, and I apologize. I'm gonna work on my yelling.
I'm trying to do better.
To everyone listening, I don't really yell at home like at all ever. It's just too much energy. But when I get down here in the goddamn dungeon with you two, I don't know why I just want to yell.
We have that effect on people.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's all out of love.
We brought up a lot of weird, touchy things so far. I mean,
Dude, I want to tell you about my lake trip. Can I do that?
Yeah, go for
yes,
it.
'cause
So
Nothing but time.
we went.
compelling.
So we went to the lake this weekend, Lake House down at the Ozarks, and it was the first weekend of the year. So you have to go down and like open it up and pretty much just do work. And the lake's so low that we couldn't. I didn't even bring a boat. We couldn't get it in. The boat ramp was dry and all that. So we went down there and we did some work. We did some fishing. We, just kind of putzed around or whatever. So I have a new
Putzed around.
Yeah, putzed around.
I love that
You
verb.
never heard that?
Is that a verb or is that an adjective?
Putzing is a verb for sure.
I don't know English language.
Yeah,
That's going to work out
Yeah.
well for our mini game today.
So yeah. So on the way down, first of all, let me preface with I have a new puppy. Her name is Rosie Ray.
You probably heard her at the end of last podcast.
Yeah, she's very vocal. She's a sweetheart, and she had never been to the lake. She had never been on a. Don't shake your head. She is a fucking sweetheart.
I literally have scratch marks on my stomach to this day from her.
Well, you're just one of those humans.
Drink more milk or something.
I don't think that's.
I don't
how
know
that
what
works.
the- I don't
if I
know
drink
what
more
the
milk, I'd be
science-
taller, not like
I don't
having
know.
scratches on
She
me.
loves
Like,
everybody else.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she did great going down. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. And we were in the truck. It's like plenty of room in the cab of the truck for me, my girlfriend, and 2 dogs. We took Senko and we took Rosie Ray. So on the way down, she did great. And on the way back, she started whining about an hour into the trip. And we had tried, to get her to go to the bathroom or whatever a couple times before we left. She wouldn't do it. So she starts whining. And my girlfriend's driving the truck at this point. And
See, I told
So-
you. That's how you know your girl. Did you take her through a drive-through and figure out how she talked to the people on the other side of the menu?
very respectfully.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
kudos to Jennifer. All right.
So we get, like I said, about an hour into the drive, and Rosie Ray starts whining, and so we're like, oh, we should probably pull over and let her potty. Well, she didn't fucking wait to pull over for her to potty. She shit all over the back seat, and so now we're like, well, fuck. And Senko's mortified. He's like, there's shit everywhere, man. What the fuck?
I'm thinking
So-
of Bill Paxton in that Alien movie. Like, we're fucked, bro. Game over, man. Game over.
So we get pulled over, and we pull over into this like gravel drive with like a lot at the end of it. The drive's probably 100 yards long. So we get down the end of the drive. There's a guy trying to leave, and it's a 1-lane drive. So there's a truck trying to leave. We're pulling down. So we get to the parking lot area, and we pull over, and the guy rolls down his window. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, where people ask questions of, yeah, who are you, what are you doing, kind of thing. And we were like, yeah, our dog just shit all over the back seat. We got to clean it up. He's like, oh, yeah. And he was like, what do you mean, that dog? And I look out the window, and fucking Rosie literally rolled down the window herself. We didn't roll down the fucking window.
It was a crank window too, which is wild.
She's got thumbs. And she fucking jumped out of the truck to go finish shitting. She's very thoughtful. Like, you know what I mean? She
Could have rolled down the
shit a
window
little
on the
bit.
highway. I mean, if she was that thoughtful.
Just stuck her ass out. But
Yeah.
this guy's laughing at us and all this shit. And so we're like trying to clean up the truck. Dude leaves. And we get Rosie wrangled up back into the truck. And of course, while we're trying to get her into the truck, my other dog, Senko, jumps out of the truck and starts running around towards the highway. So at this point, I'm just in like,
Can you blame him?
Straight fucking.
He's literally been marinating in this other dog's
Yeah,
shit
no,
for
I
like 10
can't.
minutes. He's like, I'm going to find the nearest highway
Right.
and just be done with this thing, okay?
And I was gonna run in after him. I didn't give a shit at that point. I love that dog. But yeah, it was quite the shit show, as it were. And We got everybody. Thank you. But we got everybody back in the truck. Got the shit cleaned up. But it was wild that she literally rolled down the window, hit the button, and it's not an automatic window. You have to hold it. And so she held that button, jumped out of the truck without either one of us noticing, and the guy was like, "You mean that dog?" I was like, "What the fuck you mean?" "Yeah, I mean that fucking dog." Jumped out of the truck, chased her down. Yeah.
See, this is a great story coming from somebody who doesn't quite have kids yet, because, I mean, Greg, you have children. One of my favorite...
I don't know what you mean about not quite having kids yet.
You will. You
I
will
just
one day.
don't.
You will one day. You will one day.
You either do or you don't.
You do. They're just not, like in the egg form yet.
Gotcha.
But when my
Thanks, Bill Nye.
When my oldest, you're welcome. Follow me for more science advice. The more you know. When my oldest was born, it was the day he was born and everything, and they cleaned him all up and da-da-da. And, we're literally brand new parents at that point. And their mom's aunt had come in, and she wanted to describe to us and show us the proper way to change the kid's diaper and things like that. So the first diaper and everything. So she's got him on a table. Okay, little 6-pound Gabriel Friedman sitting on this table. She takes off the diaper that he's in, and she's like, "So what you want to do is," and she slides the diaper underneath the butt, and then he immediately just starts pissing all over her face. Okay, just directly up and in her face, and she doesn't move out of the way. She turns her head away. She goes, "This is normal. This is going to happen from time to time." And I was like, "Yeah, but you can move. Like, you don't have to sit there and take the entire whole you can right to the face. Like, you can move out of the way, maybe throw like a towel down while he's doing the
I
thing."
thought you were going to say throw a left.
Dang. Big R. Kelly fan you ran, huh?
I mean, he grew up right. He's big into water reuse, so it's
So we're just telling shitty stories now?
I guess
I actually have a shitty story with my daughter when she was about 2.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you just shit your pants.
Oh, no.
okay.
I've
It
learned.
wouldn't have surprised.
I've learned, yeah.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
He learned from last week.
Yeah,
He learned from last
trial
week.
and error. No, it was like when she was about 2, it was just her and I going on our shopping excursion. We were at Target, and we were in there. I got a full cart of groceries and clothes and everything that I needed to acquire at said Target. And she just started making that face, It's like the red, beet red, the pushy, everything. And with her being 2, just started smelling shit as I'm walking. I'm like, okay, we need to inspect. Went to the bathroom, complete all the way up the back.
Ooh, the landslide.
It was awful. I'm like, I came prepared for this. I got a fucking diaper bag. Because the responsible adult that I am, look in there, no change of clothes. So I'm like, well, all right. So I just had to throw said onesie away, change her diaper, left the cart at the front of the Target, and walked out to the truck and went home.
Dude,
Didn't pay for shit.
Just wrap her in paper towels.
No,
like, you're a mummy today.
I cleaned her up with whatever I had available to me, and I was like, I can't walk around with a baby in just a diaper.
Have you
This
guys
is
ever
not a
done
good
that?
look for a Target.
Have you ever done that? Shit yourself in public and you just throw your underwear away?
I actually have not.
Never mind.
I'm not comfortable enough on episode 2 to talk about this yet.
I'll do
How about
it.
on episode 7, we'll have a how many times have you shit your pants in public?
I mean, it's only
compilation.
once.
It's all
Only
it takes,
once?
right?
Hey,
Yeah.
you're doing better than
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
no, it's,
All right, we'll save that for another episode, I guess.
I guess I'll you know what? You tell yours, I'll tell mine. It's like you show yours.
No,
I'll
it's
show
easy.
Mine.
I shit myself in public, and instead of cleaning like my underwear up, I just threw them away in the bathroom. Put my britches back on, and I was
Just
the fuck
raw
out
dogged
of
it
there.
on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the way to do it.
Ran away.
Mine is just slightly different in the way that I am an idiot. And so here's the thing to me was, it wasn't like I had to shit. It wasn't one of those things. It was one of those like, I got to fart, feels a little warm.
Yeah, it was
I'm
an
gonna test
it was
out.
an accident.
Right,
Absolutely.
like,
yeah.
It's not like, oh shit, I just shit myself. It's just I farted and I was like, oh shit, I just shit myself.
Right,
So
yeah.
I went to the bathroom, but now I'm in a panic because when you're a full-grown adult man and you shit yourself,
You got booby in your panties.
yeah, you got boo-boo in the, and so I'm in the bathroom and I'm taking, I already know the game plan is I got to get rid of these drawers. Like, and I cannot wear these
I mean, that's
anymore.
the only move,
It's
right?
the only move.
Yeah.
But I'm an idiot, so I take the drawers off and in a fit of panic, I just throw them in the toilet and blush.
See, at least I threw them in the
Which
trash can.
I was in a bit of panic. I wasn't thinking at the time. I just threw it in the toilet, flush.
'Cause that's where
turn
poop
back
goes.
Turn back around
You're
to
not
get my
wrong.
pants back on.
Yeah.
I'm getting my pants buttoned up, my belt done. All of a sudden, there's water coming around my boots. And I'm like, oh my God. And I clogged the toilet. And I'm not going to take the drawers with me. Like, I'm leaving this evidence
No,
behind.
you
so,
get the fuck
Yeah,
out
you
of there.
run.
Is what you do.
yeah, I'm very,
Bye.
very sorry that
It's
particular
like I was
Walmart
just
that
washing
in.
my hands, and somebody in there was making quite the mess. I had
Yeah.
to get out.
I just want to know the poor employee that had to go in there and be like, what dumb motherfucker tried to flush they shitty drawers down?
Oh no, that guy quit.
Hey, one of my favorite things, not what, well, yeah, it kind of is because it's hilarious. But when you go into a public restroom, just to pee, and there's a guy in there like struggling
Oh.
to
Oh,
shit,
just going, yeah.
just fucking
He's
going
trying,
through it.
he's trying to hold it while you're peeing
No,
for whatever reason.
I don't pee in the stall. I pee in the urinal.
I understand, but like, you know, it's kind of that same thing where like if you're going to do a boo-boo in a public restroom, if you're at a Home Depot and all of a sudden somebody comes in, you're like, you know what, I'm going to hold this back a little bit and give this man 60 seconds to
dude.
pee, wash his hands, and get out. He's trying to do that for you, but he
Yeah.
just wasn't able to succeed in the mission,
Man.
I guess.
One of them. That's just one of the things in life that is like, it just makes me laugh when another human is fighting their shits.
It's like, man, you did great all the way up until about 15 minutes into your shopping experience. And there was no stopping this. It's like, yeah, I came in here for toilet paper, a
you
surge
just-
protector, and a light bulb.
You
And
just
this is
wait
what
out.
ended up
You wait
happening.
outside the bathroom door just to wait for an applause. Just you did great, bud.
Oh no,
Give
they're,
him a high
they're no,
five,
they're the
hope
ones
he
that come
washed
out
his
with the
hands,
folded
you know?
paper towel and they're wiping their forehead after all the hard work they just put in. God, they're just sweating bullets. Like,
Give that man
God,
a contract.
man. But that guy, there's no better feeling than when he walked out of here after whatever disaster he just went through. He's like, well, that's over.
At least I didn't shit myself.
We'll never speak of this again.
I'm so glad that we spent 24 hours saying, hey, what are the topics we go talk about? I don't know, pet peeves. Ryan went to the lake, and we've spent 15 minutes talking about shitting ourselves.
We
and
got
other
those in.
people.
We got those in.
I mean, we still got more time to talk about people shitting on themselves. I have stories. Is that?
I
where
mean,
we're
I know
going with
this is the no segue podcast, but we can, move on if you want.
I mean, yeah, I put together this whole ass mini game.
Let's do that. Let's do the mini game.
Do the mini game?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it about
yeah.
poop?
It's not about poop.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know yet though.
Well-
actually,
Well, it might
some
be
of
a shitty game, so
Well-
that might work.
Some of it might be. This particular game today brought to you by nobody yet, but some of y'all can, step up and start to fund some of this. What was that?
The
That was-
fuck was that?
That was my watch.
All right,
Your
Dick
watch talks to
Tracy.
you?
Sometimes.
Are you the feds?
No, she's actually like, she tries to demean me all the time.
Your
Who?
watch does.
Yeah, serious. Like, I was playing golf last Saturday, and like I hit it in the woods. I was like, "Oh fuck, into the fucking woods again." And she goes, "I can't find any searches for." Oh fuck, it's in the woods again. I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Siri." She's
Okay.
like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that right now."
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's-
well,
It's the most random too.
I love it. Actually, I kind of want to buy a watch. I would love to get a watch that will talk to you, but like you can pre-program like a celebrity's voice and their personality into the phone.
Oh, they got a whole bunch of AI stuff to where
Well,
I'm
I'm
sure
just
you can
saying,
make
would
that
you
happen.
not get Samuel L. Jackson to be the one talking to you
have
from
you
your
seen
phone?
have you seen those things where like a kid will program their parents' phone to where like when they type a certain
It
phrase
autocorrects.
and it autocorrects to some other crazy ass shit?
Yeah, yep.
God damn it. I just brought that up and I can't remember the last hilarious one that I found, but it's funny because you can like you say good night, you text good night or whatever, and it automatically autocorrects the text to like my butt is itchy. I was trying to keep it PG because God knows this
Yeah, 'cause
podcast.
We've been doing really good
No,
PG
right, yeah.
stuff,
That was going to change the game today, that's for sure.
man.
Anyways,
All right, so I
Go
put this
on.
game together called Is It a German Word or Did I Just Make This Shit Up? And so I got a list of real German words and their meanings, which some of them are kind of funny.
can me and Greg be on a team again?
I guess.
All right,
This
cool.
is bypass the middleman.
Yeah.
And then some that I just made up. Now, here's the fun part is I have not taken a foreign language since 6th grade. So it's going to be really hard for y'all to tell if this is a made-up word or if I just don't know how to pronounce shit in German, because the second is probably the most likely cause.
Yeah, is that like an acceptable answer? Is that you just didn't pronounce it right?
No, but I'm sure that there will be somebody who listens to this at some point in the next 100 years in the archives of humanity that will go back to it and be like, that's not how you pronounce it.
Oh, dude, our German
or
audience
whatever,
is
you
going
know?
to be furious.
Yeah. All of our German
Oh, yeah.
listeners are
They're
about
there.
to fucking have a meltdown. But go on.
Feel free to email Ryan Davis
Comments
at
below.
gmail.com.
Hey.
All right, so our first one, we'll make the first one an easy one just so you can kind of get an idea. So the first word, is it German or did I make this shit up? Schattenparker. Schattenparker.
That sounds like a name.
It does.
Schattenparker.
I shat in the Parker.
Is it German or did I make that shit up?
I think you made it up, Ryan.
Made it up. Let's go with made it up.
Made it up? Incorrect. Schattenparker
Fucking
in German
shat.
means shadow parker, and the definition is this.
Well, I don't even know what that is in English.
What is a shadow Parker?
Well, I'm about to give you that's why I got the definitions, okay?
Fuck.
Okay.
This is actually an insult for men who are seen to be engaging in unmanly behavior. For example, looking for shaded parking, according to the literal translation. It's also similar to Warmduscher, who is someone who showers with warm water. So apparently, if a German
I do
calls
both
you,
of those things.
Wow.
If a
Okay.
German calls you a Warmduscher, it means you're less of a man because you
It means you
shower
have
with
hot
warm
water. Right.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
Okay, cool.
Pretty wild. All right.
All right.
Get sulfusich. Get sulfusich.
See, I wish I could see it spelled
Yeah.
because Gesurfelschisch
Get sulfusich.
made up. What do you
Made
think?
up.
Made
That's
up.
Dave's German version of go fuck yourself.
Actually, I'm really surprised that was your definition. Because the first thing I thought was, how could I say go fuck yourself in German and make it sound
So we
pretty
got that one?
believable?
Nailed
So
it.
You got that one. You got
We
that
nailed
one.
that
All right,
one.
so we're,
All right,
we're
you-
1 for 2.
All right, you got that one. All right. Guppenhausen.
Word.
Guppenhausen.
Word.
Yeah. The fact that you pronounce that to make it sound like a word, I'm going
Hold
to go
on.
with a word.
Now let's try and guess what it means.
Okay,
Because
Guppenhausen.
that is definitely a word. Guppenhausen.
I'm going to go with foster home.
Damn, that's a great fucking guess. Let's go with that.
Okay, I made it up.
Oh, okay.
I made that
Fuck
one up.
me.
It
Guppenhausen
now
is
means
not a-
foster home in German is what it means.
You're just out here just
Fuck!
throwing the parentless children under the bus.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, well, that's
I know
that joke
Italian.
that's
I
where
know
that joke-
Italian, so you know the German thing's kind of
It's
hard.
like, why can't foster kids play baseball?
Okay. All right. Drakeshawk. Drakeshawk.
I mean, you
Is that
couldn't.
German or did I make that shit
You
up?
couldn't have possibly made 3 in a row up. Say it
I
again.
mean, I've made at least 8 that are on here. It just depends on how.
Say it again.
Drakeshawk.
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 It sounds too much like Drake.
Drakeshawk.
I'm going made up.
I'm gonna go word.
Ooh, we got a split decision here.
Yeah, I'm going word.
Ryan, if you think it's a word, what would you say the description for that word means? Drakeshawk.
Drakeshawk. Yellow bird.
No, you were right. It is a real word. It means 3 cheeses high. It is a way that
3 cheeses high.
it's a way to describe a person who is lacking in height, implying that they're the approximate height of 3 wheels of
So it's
cheese.
you.
Okay, his
Based on
word
top
choice
of
is
each
making a lot of sense right now.
I get it now.
It's making a lot of
You getting
sense.
there?
Gotcha.
You getting
Yeah,
there?
okay.
All right. Stupelsteichen. Stupelsteichen, I think is how you pronounce this word. I don't know.
Yeah, because did he Stuffelsteichen?
Stupelsteichen.
Is it German or did I make that shit up?
Stuffelsteichen.
Stupelsteichen.
Stupelsteichen.
There's no H's, but after the S's, it's
Right.
just.
I'm just picturing like a
implied.
dude like missing like a shot of something. It's like, oh, Stupelsteichen.
Let's go with word.
We gonna go
What do
with
you
word,
think?
Greg?
Yeah, let's go with word.
It's not. I made that shit
Fucking-
up. I'm pretty good at making up German words.
God damn.
All right.
Okay.
Innerer Schweinhund. Innerer Schweinhund. It's 2 words. Innerer Schweinhund.
Dave already said they're 2 words. They're words.
But one's made up and one's real.
Yeah, a hybrid.
I did not make any hybrids for this game, although
Damn.
that would have been great. I should have done that.
I think it's real.
I think it's real too. The fact
Hold
that
on,
he said
say
it's
the
2
second
words.
word. Say
The
the
fact that he
second
goes,
word.
it's 2 words.
Say the second word again.
Schweinhund.
That's got to be some kind of dog, right?
Yeah.
So Schweinhund. I don't know. Some kind of dog.
German bloodhound.
Okay, you're right. It means inner pig dog. And the definition is, if you never sort out your cupboards or are always too lazy to go to the gym, it's the fault of your innerer Schweinhund or inner pig dog.
So you just looked up a bunch of German insults.
They're not insults, not all of them.
That sounded like an insult to me.
Oh, it might have sounded like one, but
Did it hit a little close to home?
yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I got the short one
That's
for
a
me,
good
the
one.
pig dog for you, you know. Backpfeifengesicht. Backpfeifengesicht.
Real word.
What does it mean?
There ain't no way Dave can make that one up.
Backpfeifengesicht.
Oh God.
There's also no way that I'm pronouncing this properly, so I literally might have just went on a translator and said things that I thought sounded German, and then they spelled it for me. I don't know. Backpfeifengesicht.
Gesicht. I don't know, man.
It translates to bikes on a sidewalk.
So you think it's a word, and you think that's what it means?
I think it's at least a
You
word.
you think I would have picked a word that meant bikes on a sidewalk? Oh, I see what you did there.
It was a
I see
callback.
what
That's
you did
called a
there.
callback.
God, I'm terrible at this whole podcasting thing. This is my last
Oh,
episode. I'm
God,
hanging it up
yeah.
after this. That was terrible.
Word.
I'm going.
You think
I have
it's a
no
word?
idea what it is.
Yeah.
All right, it is a German word, and it means someone whose face deserves a slap.
Bikes
that
that
was
aren't on a sidewalk.
All right, so you're not terribly wrong.
That was
He's
so
not-
close.
He's
not
not
terribly wrong.
terribly wrong. He's fucking right.
Nailed it.
All right,
I didn't know you were German.
I'm
That's pretty good.
Pequeño.
that sounded Italian, not German, but I guess they were together for
Close
a while.
enough,
So,
close
yeah,
enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
All right, Enel Rachmustischen. Enel Rachmustischen.
Do you make up phrases now?
That one sounds made up,
Rachmustischen.
and that translates to Fraggle Rock music.
Might be Rachmusteichen. Enel Rachmusteichen.
Yeah,
That's
Fraggle
probably-
Rock
no,
music.
no. Now here's the thing. I'm going real word because he just changed the pronunciation. Of it.
Ooh, okay.
See my
Yeah,
strategy here?
I like your context clues that
You
you're
know what I
picking
mean?
up on.
We're going real.
Yes.
No, I made that shit up.
Fuck.
Damn,
I
Fra-
made that
You
shit
can't even
up.
pronounce your own fucking made up words.
that's fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Fuck!
I just remembered that Steichen is something, I guess, but like Ike is. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. All right,
No, we don't.
last one. Sitzfleisch. Sitzfleisch.
So it's
That's a penis joke. I
yeah,
think.
it's got to be.
I think it's a penis joke.
It's a foreskin joke to be exact.
Yeah. Penis joke. Real.
From the Jewish
Real
guy.
word.
yeah.
All right, Sitzfleisch means seat meat. If you possess ample seat meat, butt, it means butt.
Close a fucking
You
enough.
are able to sit through harder, boring meetings, parties, or speeches, basically because you carry your own cushion or seat meat. Now,
So they have artificial Weizenfleisches or whatever.
Sitzenfleischen?
Yeah.
Can we buy these?
BBLs, baby?
Make
Of course you
Scott
can.
bought one.
BBL.
It's.
Yeah,
Wow,
they're
I
for sale.
I don't know what direction to go with.
Everything's for sale, man.
Just saying, that is artificial seat meat.
Oh god.
The fact that they have
artificial
seat meat.
seat meat.
So
Yeah.
all right. So one time I'm working on
BBL,
this.
baby.
I was a foreman for this crew. We did basically just think manual labor, and so we had this kid. He was 18 years old. He came from like one of those towns up north in the country, population like 38, stuff like that. Right? He's 18. We're driving through downtown Kansas City. It's springtime, okay? So you know what I'm talking about.
That's
It's power
prime
and
seat
light
meat
area.
weather.
Seat meat was everywhere, right? And the ladies were looking decent in their outfits. And I had heard this kid maybe speak 3 times in the 2 weeks that he'd been working with me, right? 18 years old in the backseat of this truck. We're driving through the power and light district. He sees something that catches his attention. And for the 4th time I ever hear him speak, he just goes, "Well, goddamn, look at the shitter on that critter." I was like, wow, you're my best friend now. Let's talk about this.
Wrangler butts drive me nuts, man.
I mean, no, we don't have any more colloquialisms. That's all we got.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, let me stew on it.
I feel like we should be better at this.
At
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Colloquial.
Yeah, no, you know what? No. We're not ending the podcast until you can pronounce that word correctly.
Hold on. Colloquialism.
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 Colloquialism. Boy, that
Why
went
do you
well.
make it sound sexual?
I
You
mean,
make
I
it
don't
sound
know.
like cunnilingus and like.
Listen, man, I'm just out here walking this earth, doing my thing.
Yeah, Ryan is seat meat free.
It's my vibe, baby.
he is seat meat free.
Ryan's like, last night was
my
a date
ass
night.
is actually numb right now because
Yeah.
I need to get a cushion.
Yeah,
need some
he's got to
seat
get that
Fuck.
the donut or whatever, right?
Yeah, something to sit on besides wood. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Yeah, how can I cut this in? Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
All he sits on is wood day in and day out.
Yeah, that's all.
It's like
Damn it.
so his seat meat takes a pounding from all the wood he
Hey,
sits on.
man. Hey. Calm down.
There it is.
God
We
damn
gotta
it.
calm down out of them. We
Fuck.
gotta calm down out of them. I'm curious, like, if somebody ever goes back to the first podcast that we did last week, how many times you dropped the F-bomb in that thing? Because I was listening to it for, like, the first time I've ever listened to
Dude, he was wearing a hockey helmet. He was invincible at the time.
Have you ever met me?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, but...
This is how I speak in real life. Unless I'm around grandparents, my parents, maybe some aunts and uncles.
Or in a job interview.
Fuck a job.
Okay.
That's
Scratch
just how
that
I
one
talk.
off then. It's like just scratch that one off then.
I'm not gonna not cuss in order to make money. What kind of sense does that make?
I'm sorry.
You kind of know what you're going to get.
I'm sorry, my job. I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
Hey, man.
Hey, calm down.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
I'm ready to just go. Anybody want to?
I'm ready
about
to
something?
just go.
Yeah, like I can't think about your seat meat anymore, or the fact that I feel like that if you next time you use the word colloquialism, it's gonna be like, hey,
He's never going to use it again. Are you
he's
kidding me?
gonna be like, hey, I think I
Colloquialism.
figured it out, Greg. I think I figured it out. So me and
Colloquialism.
old girl went ahead and had a date like last night. When we got back, I
Colloquialism.
was all colloquial in that ism right there.
colloquialism.
Hey, Ryan's going to go for a bike ride.
Yeah, man, I'm right.
I'm out. Deuces.